For decades, Stephen Hawking argued that when something falls into a black hole, it is deleted from the universe. This broke the laws of physics. If information can be deleted, then the past never happened, and the future cannot be predicted. The universe becomes a... Then, I showed him the work of Leonard Susskind and the holographic principle. Imagine a soup can. The soup inside is three-dimensional, but the label on the outside is two-dimensional. Susskind argued that all the information of the soup, the universe, is actually stored on the label, the boundary of the universe. This is the scientific, as above, so below. Elias, I explained, every time you think a thought, that information is encoded on the event horizon of the observable universe. It is written in the Planck-sized pixels of the cosmic boundary. This is the physical Akasha. The universe does not store data in space. It stores data on the surface of space. I gasped. So the label remembers the soup? The label is the record of the soup, I replied. Nothing can ever be truly deleted, because the boundary of the universe is an eternal hard drive. Our opponent was the fear of being forgotten. The wicked witch was the feeling that even if the information exists, if no one can read it, it is the same as if it were dead. Elias looked at the vast, infinite data of the cosmic boundary and felt a crushing insignificance. "It's too much," he cried. "It's just big data for the gods. If I am just a bit of information on a boundary, I have no agency. I am just a line of code in a cosmic script." The opponent was the void of meaning. The fear that the Hall of Records is just a cold, indifferent archive. The battle was the struggle to find the signal in the noise. I challenged them to find a single specific memory in the sea of universal data. "The battle is the Turing test of the soul," I shouted. "If you are just data, Elias, find your own unique hash. Find the pattern that is uniquely you." Elias tried to use brute force logic. He tried to search the records like a Google query, but he was overwhelmed by the sheer volume. He saw every war, every leaf falling, every star dying. He began to drown in the data ocean. Mara, however, stopped searching. She used resonance. She didn't look for the data. She felt for the vibration of the memory she loved. She tuned her heart like a radio dial. The battle was between calculation and connection. To win the battle, I had to show them the evolution of memory. I showed them the first below, the clay tablets of Sumer. Humans realized that their biological cot, the brain, was too fragile, so they externalized their memory. Then came the Sa of the Library of Alexandria. Then the printing press. "Elias," I said, "the internet is the first physical manifestation of the Akasha. It is a primitive, messy noosphere. It is the wizard's head that you are building. When you upload a photo to the cloud, you are performing a secular version of an Akashic ritual. You are saying, 'This moment matters.'" I explained that the holographic universe means that the whole is contained in the part. If the universe is a hologram, then the Akashic records are not somewhere else. They are encoded in the DNA of your cells. They are encoded in the latent space of your subconscious. The boon was the realization that the Hall of Records is not a building you visit. It is the state you occupy when you are fully present. The self-revelation came when the wizard, the record keeper, stepped out from behind the curtain. Mara realized that her grandmother's voice was not a file to be retrieved. Her grandmother's voice was a frequency that Mara herself was currently broadcasting. She was the record. Elias realized that entropy is not an eraser, it is a compressor. Information is never lost, it just becomes more complex. The universe doesn't forget, it just sublimates. The boon we brought back was the permanence of being. I told them, you are the authors of the Codex. Every breath you take is being written in the plank ink of the cosmos. You are not lines of code. You are the program.